How are you doing today? Great to see you.
Great to see you, Paul. Yeah, I'm very well. Thanks very much for asking. Yeah.
Yeah, we're so happy to have you on with this for this film because this one is so cool and it's intense and something totally a little bit different for you, right?
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, for me, the fun is to play a sort of a psychological thriller, and it's basically a two-hander between my character and Sienna's character. It's kind of a relationship movie on steroids, and it was really fun to do. It was a great experience shooting in Bulgaria, and Sienna and I really got on. So yeah, it was great, and to work with John Voight, obviously a legend of cinema. So that was pretty exciting too.
Yeah, and John, we've had him on a few times, and what a cool guy. I mean, great stories, and you must have had fun with him, right?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I didn't have a great many
Yeah,
scenes with him. It was just the climactic one, which was, its own thing. Yeah, but the little time I had with him, he couldn't have been more classy, charming. Yeah, and just a real, pivotal figure within the film business to have on our set. And he exuded that ease with the crew and everything. And yeah, I mean, I got a few stories out of him, but not as many as I would have liked.
yeah. Well, was there a particular moment on the set, a day, scene, or time that stood out to you as to, that you think you'll always remember for this one?
Well, it was one of those experiences that was very. We didn't have any rehearsal, so I think I was on a Zoom chat with Stephen Paul, the writer producer, on a Thursday evening, and I was on a plane by Sunday, and then shooting by like Tuesday. So the first day I remember is the most intense in the sense that you're going from zero to 100 in 5 seconds, because I was going to play the character in an American accent till I was walking to set to, to sort of rehearse. And Steven said, "Hey, how about doing it English?" So I think that was the most memorable moment, having to sort of pivot the way I saw him. And also, in a movie like this, tone is so important. It's not a genre piece, but it has genre elements. So getting those right, and again, we're working with Tony, the director, and Stephen. It was. I remember being pretty nervous on the first day because, and I had after the first take, Stephen had a word with me saying, "I think we're playing it should be more fun." So, so making adjustments like that and having the fear that you're not quite doing the job right, that's the bits that stick in my mind also. And then later on, just getting stuck into the stuff, with Sienna, and working these scenes and trying to find ways to make these sort of extreme characters and going through really extreme pivots in their lives, a believable, and sort of see sort of heightened enough for that to really work, because no normal human being goes through these transitions, and no normal human being is a hitman, and no normal human being who is a hitman tries to convince a sort of civilian to kill their own husband. So no, there has to be something a bit unhinged about everybody involved in the story, and it's tapping into that sort of heightened element that took me a bit of time and was the most fun to play. I mean, it's really fun to play characters that are slightly ramped up.
Yeah, because you get to be a stone cold killer and a romantic lead, so, that's
Exactly,
not
exactly.
common.
That's right.
Well well, people have been looking up to you for years and thinking, "See, that's what I wanna do," but you make it look easy. What kind of advice do you give to people that wanna follow in your footsteps and tell great stories?
Just to do it, whether you're an actor, a writer, someone with an idea, or you're making a short, whatever you're doing, just do it. And I'm not sure I followed that advice my whole career. I always sort of I'm the last to believe that I've got a right to be in the room. The imposter syndrome runs pretty strong in me, but obviously that's a thing that's well documented now. So everyone has it. Just believe and commit. That's the only thing, and you learn by doing this stuff. And I learn every time I watch myself back. I watched the movie for the first time last night. There's bits I think got right, and there's bits I think I know I could do better if we shot this movie again. But perfection is the enemy of starting the thing. So you just got to just do it. Just get going. Work with friends. Create things. They may be rubbish. They'll get better the second time.
Yeah, I love that. My co-host is Drew Pearson, one of our great American football heroes, caught the Hail Mary, went in the Hall of Fame,
Oh
and,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
And so we all know the Hail Mary term now, and so we got to ask you your Hail Mary moment, which is that moment in your life or career you just had to go for it and it worked out for you. What do you suppose that was for you?
Do you know, it was getting on a plane in 2003 for a 2 week trip to LA before Christmas. I was coming out. I had no job here. My then girlfriend was pregnant. It just felt like life was about to get real and scary, and just took a chance on going over to LA. I did have a manager there, and the first script he threw down when I got there, and he said, you're going to go and audition for this tomorrow, and that was Battlestar Galactica. So that was one that
Ah,
managed to
that's so
work
cool.
out. The audition process was pretty rigorous, but by the end, literally the last night of the 2 week trip that I booked was the night that they offered me the job, and we went out and had a couple of tequilas, and life changed for me in that moment.
Yeah, that's amazing. Well, part of that is your success mindset, and we talk about that on the show. Is there something you tell yourself that kind of keeps you on the right path? Because with imposter syndrome and us being creative types, we're always hard on ourselves. So what is it that you do to keep in the right frame of mind?
I remember something that Edward James Olmos, my great friend and
Yes.
mentor, told me, which is uh, luck is when preparation meets opportunity. So
Mhm.
if you're not prepared, then the luck won't happen, because opportunities come along all the time, and certain people, have done the work. So it's, no matter how crap you're feeling, is to have the discipline to do what you love to do when you don't feel like doing it. And I'm not great at living up to that, but
Yeah.
that's the thing that I remind myself, is that that's the key, is that little bit of discipline to do what you really love when you don't really feel like doing it. And it's if you do that, then you will be prepared when the opportunity comes your way.
Ah, I love that. So what is it that's so stand out about this movie to you that you think that you think is going to resonate with audiences? Because we thought it was so much fun.
Honestly, I think it's Sienna Guillory's performance,
Hmm.
because um, she is. You can see that the character's on an edge all the way through, and I'm not sure she's every woman. She is someone who she makes sense of this extreme journey,
Yeah.
and I think she's a little crazy in this film. Like, from the very beginning, she's not someone. It's not your typical domestic abuse situation. This is someone that might be in a relationship that's salvageable, but she's sabotaging it. And I think she brings a real third dimension to that role, and she sort of walks that high wire, because she's fantasizing about killing this guy when he seems perfectly reasonable,
Yeah.
to me. And then he reveals his true colors, but maybe he's the patient one in the relationship. I don't know. So that ambiguity that she brings to it, I think, really makes the movie work, because not just anyone, falls in love with somebody at AA, reveals that they're a hitman, and goes along for the journey.
Yeah.
That's extreme. Um, and I think Sienna really actually pulls it off, and that's not easy to do, because that character is out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, after this, I can't wait to see what you got next for us. What are we going to see in coming up?
So I have a show coming out here in the UK on Monday, which is called The Wives, which is kind of a dark comedy about a bunch of women married to wealthy brothers, one of whom is me, who shows up, and his wife has disappeared. They think he's bumped her off, and they sort of do amateur sleuthing and try and work out whether he's a wife killer. So that's coming out, and right now I'm doing another BBC One TV show called Beyond Paradise, which is a spin-off of a sort of global hit called Death in Paradise, which is set here in the UK, and I really enjoyed it in that one. So, yeah, those are the things I'm up to at the moment. But always looking for work. I would love to get back to the US and do some
Yes.
stuff over there. It's been a while since I've worked in the States, so yeah, that would be cool. But yeah, that's what I'm up to.
Ah, that's wonderful. Well, we definitely really enjoyed this movie. We're going to tell everyone to check it out. Appreciate the time and the great answers. I look forward to talking to you again soon and seeing you back here in the U.S.
Absolutely, a real pleasure to meet you and talk to you, and your best of luck.